Before we begin the show today, we want to give a big shout out to
Our friends over at Buzz TV have been making waves in the streaming community last year, and they're continuing to take it to a next level this year. They have some really interesting devices that we talked about on our Beyond the Streams interview with them. So if you missed that, make sure you check it out. And in the description below, there's going to be coupon codes so that you guys will continue to get the best deals from Buzz TV.
And let's not forget our friends over at Omni Labs. These guys have this really cool robot that you could do telecommunications, have a telepresence. Now, what exactly is telepresence? It's literally being there and not being there at the same time. You could remote into a robot, and with that robot, you could pretty much control it with any device, any kind of cell phone, tablet, computer. You could move it around the office. You could move it around your grandma's house, your parents' house. There's so many things that you can do with this robot. Make sure you guys do check out Omni Labs Robotics for those links and get hooked up.
Also, our friends over at SCD, Fat Cat Dog, has been taking launchers to the next level on all of your Android devices, giving you the ability to completely switch up any Android device that you're using, be it an Amazon Fire Stick, NVIDIA Shield, or a regular Android box, so that it's completely customizable and that you can help your friends and family take their devices to the next level as simple as possible. If you're looking for all of the greatest deals from Fat Cat Dog, FCD, make sure you check out the description below.
And getting a VPN, guys. VPNs are so important right now. There's just so many things, people getting hacked, people getting ISP letters and DMC takedown notices, and just securing your information. You literally never know when somebody is watching you. So make sure you guys do get a VPN, because you do want to make sure you guys are protected. VPN does so much more than just protect your privacy. It gives you that peace of mind. And the same way how some of you guys have an antivirus to protect your computer from those attacks, getting a VPN just makes sense. Make sure you guys do check the description below. We have several links in there that we do recommend and we do like, we've tested. So make sure you guys do get yourself protected. It's all in the description below. Make sure you do get that protection.
Make sure to subscribe to our channels and the podcast, and always leave us a comment or a review to let us know how we're doing and what kind of content you're looking forward in the future. With all that being said, guys, let's start the show.
And we are back with another episode. Today, we're going to be talking about some cool stuff that's going to be coming out in 2021. We're a little bit late to the party because month of January is over. And yeah, I hope there's some things that don't get said because I haven't watched a couple things already, like WandaVision.
Warning?
We got the guys from I Just Watched. What's up, guys? You guys want to say what's up real quick?
Yo, hey everyone. Sorry we're late to the party. It's mostly us, but we're excited to be at the party, though.
So we got Junior and Eric from I Just Watched. They got their own YouTube channel. Make sure you guys do check them out. I'm excited about this year. Next on some of the movies, like him and so Next Level and I, we always throw some stuff back and forth where it's like, hey, did you watch this? You watch this? And it's usually pretty cool. Sometimes he's like, hey, there's a scary movie. I'm like, nope, not touching it. Not touching it. I'm a baby like that. But I want to kick it off. I want to kick it off with a curveball right off the bat.
All right.
We talked about some of the best. Well, we were talking about let's get some of the best movies to check out, right?
Okay.
But let's talk about TV shows, because there's some good TV shows out that's going to be coming out this year.
Okay, you have my attention.
I'll start this off right off the bat, and this actually just dropped Mighty Ducks TV series
I saw.
is coming out this year.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm stoked.
I'm excited just because like I remember watching the originals when I was little, but to be honest, I'd have to rewatch those to kind of like do a refresher, like knowledge wise. But I mean, I'm always down for some Mighty Ducks, bro. Like,
I don't know, because I kind of feel like the originals are always the best version of some of these TV shows and movies. So by rewatching it, are you setting it up to some kind of higher standard? Because I find that they remake a lot of these TV shows for the average person who doesn't know the original to watch.
Yeah, no, you're right. Like, I think it's just something that I'm weird about because, like, I want to refresh myself so that way I can see and immediately catch like any references to the original, or at the same time I can see changes and see if I agree or disagree. Versus just watching it and being like, oh, this was dope, and then watching like the movie and be like, oh, actually no, you know, it's just I'm weird like that. Like with Cobra Kai, like I had to watch the first 3 Karate Kids before I could watch Cobra Kai. Just I didn't have to, but like I had to.
Now I think I read Emilio Estevez is going to be back.
Oh damn! Okay, well I mean they're off to a good start.
As soon as I saw that, I started thinking of freaking Night at the Roxbury. Emilio. And here is this actually kind of blew my mind a little bit, but they're going to be filming this thing in Vancouver.
Oh, okay.
They actually film a lot of stuff here in Canada. Vancouver and Toronto are 2 places they film in to make it seem like other places in the world. Apparently, we're not good enough to say this is filmed in Canada because they'll film a lot of stuff in Toronto and say it's New York.
Salty. I felt that, bro. I was over here like we're gonna see Next walking in the background like Sasquatch just turn and be like, ha, and then keep going.
So can we get an Alpha Flight?
Yeah.
What was it? What was that one with Jason Momoa? C was filmed in Vancouver.
I haven't seen it, but it looks amazing.
Oh man, I love C. I can't wait for his next one to come out the next season. I'm dying for that. But wait, it's not about that. Anyways, keep going.
All right, I'm gonna ask Eric, out of the TV shows, what is it that you're looking forward to, or did you already see it?
Honestly, I haven't watched, other than WandaVision, I haven't really watched a lot of like new stuff, and I've been in the dark for a good minute. I think if I had to say something, it'd probably be something from the Disney Channel. It'd probably be Winter Soldier and Falcon, because I've seen so much about it and I'm so hyped about it that I like that's the only thing that I'm more interested in anything.
Is that a TV show?
Yeah, it's a TV show on Disney. Yeah, it's gonna be a whole, I don't know how many episodes, but you know.
Yeah, I think they like WandaVision. I know is gonna be like 8 or 9, like 30 minutes.
It's 9 episodes, yeah.
And then I know that Loki and Falcon and Winter Soldier are supposed to be like 6, but like 45 roughly.
Mm-hmm. And those, it's funny that you say Loki also because Falcon and the Winter Soldier is another one. Like if I have to pick 3, the Mighty Ducks, I was like at first I was like holy crap! I actually jumped out of my chair. I was like, no! I was like, dude, no! But like WandaVision for me, I was like, what do you say?
No, now you have to say it. That's on you.
Now you got to say it.
I've never seen Mighty Ducks.
See what I'm working with here?
Dang it!
When you say Mighty Ducks, all I can think about is a cartoon with the ducks.
No,
that's all I think about.
Same thing.
Okay, so whenever you start watching Mighty Ducks, you guys got to have a movie night, popcorn.
Oh, yeah. Dude,
sit your dad down, give him a beer, let him take a nap.
that's probably at the back end because there's a lot of movies and shows that I haven't seen.
I gotta give this dude a constant education. I was like, dude, we gotta watch this. He's like, I've never seen the original. I'm like, that's fine. I'm not even upset.
It's Mighty Ducks. I don't know. For me, I guess it's more that was like more my childhood, like growing up, like Karate Kid. You know, it has that 80s vibe and stuff. You know, Mighty Ducks. I think that was like early 90s.
Yeah,
you know,
90s, yeah.
So like for me, I was almost a teenager, barely, maybe not, but I was stoked. I was just like, this is pretty cool. Like, you know, like I don't know, just those kid type movies, but. With what I was saying with WandaVision, I've never been much of a fan of the two characters until the MCU happened, until Disney happened with those characters. Then I was like, cool. I'm like, they are doing those two characters pretty cool. When they announced the TV show, I was like, okay, for one, he's dead. So what the hell? And two, how are they gonna like what are they gonna do? So I know you guys are trying to hold it in. I know. I haven't seen it yet. I promise I'm gonna see it soon.
To spit facts, but I can't. I can't even do that.
I know.
No, like, tell me to slip my wrist while I'm at it.
No, bro, you need to watch this.
Oh,
like, no, hey,
so,
catch up, Steve.
I'll catch up. I promise. I know all you guys have seen it. I'm the only idiot that hasn't watched it yet. I'm sorry.
It takes about an hour and a half.
No, hey, look, stop being productive in your life. All right.
It wastes an hour and a half.
So for me, with the Loki and Falcon and the Winter Soldier, it's funny. They're all Disney Plus. It's like you're saying, like whatever is on Disney Plus, pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like, that's the only thing I've actually seen. Like what you sent me on IG is just nothing but like shows that are coming out on Disney, and I'm like, cool. Everything else, I have no idea. Like there's shows on HBO Max that are original, and I see them on the app, and I'm like, cool. And I add it to the list, and I just don't know anything about it.
Yeah,
I just read the synopsis, and that's it.
Yep, pretty much. Disney is killing it when it comes to everything. It's like it doesn't matter, movies, TV shows, whatever. They're just killing everybody.
For sure.
What about you, Junior? Which shows are you looking forward for?
To be honest, it's like obviously like I'm extremely excited for the Marvel ones on Disney Plus, just on the simple fact like it's interesting because I was hesitant the most with WandaVision because I was like they could really mess it up or it could really go great just because like what the characters are capable of, and then watching it I was like, okay, I'll bite. And then I think Falcon and Winter Soldier looks like it's gonna be a fun action-packed like a longer version of of Winter Soldier, like a spy thriller. I think that's cool. But the one that kind of has the like deepest kind of what if moment is Loki, just because now we get to see him like time travel and like what little things he's gonna do that can also drastically change stuff. And like that right there is like has my attention in full effect. But I mean, there's a bunch of shows coming out, but like off the top, really, I'd probably go Loki.
Yeah, Loki being number one.
Yeah, because there's a bunch of shows coming out like on Netflix, of course, on HBO Max, but like they all look really good. But like that one, like just catches my attention immediately.
Yeah, I have to agree. Loki is. You get to finally find out where did he go, and what is he doing? Because he's supposed to be dead in the original timeline.
Yep.
And now that they screwed that whole thing up, and I'm actually glad that they screwed it up because Loki became such a fan favorite.
Oh yeah,
I'm excited to see it.
They might even bring him back in the original timeline. To be honest,
it might just be this version of him.
Yeah, it might be this version of him. Just same way with Gamora. Gamora's not our timeline. Gamora, it's past timeline.
So they might do that.
I mean, because like you said, he's a fan favorite, so they might just bring him back. It just depends on the contract with Tom Hiddleston.
Honestly,
but Loki's a character that can't die. I mean, he can die, but he can't die.
He can't
He's
die.
always going to come back.
Yeah.
Like there's always going to be a story where Loki escaped somehow and he's magically here and he's effing with you.
Exactly. Hey, at the end of the day, we got to remember they're still gods. Small G, but they're gods. You know what I mean?
They do bleed.
He's not a real god.
They can't die, but they can come back.
He's like a pretend god though. He's not a real god.
No, like I mean, in real like
in Norse mythology, he's a god.
But in Marvel, he's just like mischievous. He's mischievous.
God in Marvel. He's not a real. He's like a stepchild.
Yeah,
he was adopted.
Yeah,
exactly. But for myself, some of the TV shows that I'm actually looking forward to would be obviously WandaVision, and I'm not going to say too much about it, but I've actually started watching that with my girlfriend because the whole storyline behind it and the sitcom version of how they're actually filming it, it's kind of cool and it's enjoyable for people who aren't necessarily nerds, I'll say.
Yeah, exactly. And I like just the small things they do to like pay homage to like those classic sitcoms. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Just little things. And I'm just like, because I've seen some of them because of my dad, but I haven't seen all of them. But I'm just like, it's even to me that I haven't seen all of them. There's things that are immediately recognizable to those shows.
100%.
I'm like, that's cool. Like just to see that, I'm like, this is neat.
Yeah.
I like the humor in it.
100%.
I
And
also like the big thing that happens in part 3 where no, I'm just playing.
they're bringing in some staple people from sitcoms, like legit, and it's cool. So I'm not gonna say any more about that because I'm not trying to ruin it for this guy over here. Yeah. But another one that I'm looking forward to is Marvel Legends. I think that's coming out this year, right?
And they already dropped the first episode already.
Yeah.
Did they really? Okay,
no,
I haven't watched
2 episodes. Sorry, 2 episodes.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I gotta catch up on
that.
that.
Episode, I believe, it's what I don't know. The first 2 episodes is basically Scarlet Witch and then Vision.
Oh, that makes sense.
They literally dropped it they literally dropped it before they dropped the first 2 episodes of WandaVision.
Okay, so I'll have to
that's already out.
And the next one that I'm looking forward to, because I guess I'm still a kid at heart, but there's one called Marvel What If, and it's an animated
there
show.
you go.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't know. I like animated shows. I can't help it. I usually watch the DC ones because the DC animated ones are
those are gold.
fire.
Those are gold.
Right?
It's the gold standard for animated superhero movies.
Yep.
Well, DC usually does a better job at the animated ones.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Right.
Like even I would say even DC's like worst animated films are usually on par with like Marvel's animated films.
Right.
Unless you go to like the 90s and you're talking shows, but
yeah,
like,
if you compare it to 90s X-Men, then okay, whatever.
Yeah. Sorry. If I want to compete, I got to bring up like Batman, the animated series.
Exactly.
But I'm super excited for it because I like the idea of what if, what if this happened to this superhero, and what if this happened? Like, I like those kind of theoretical things. Like you see online all the time, where like, what if this person fought this person, even though they're not in the same circles? Like that's always interesting to me. So I'm excited for that one.
Do any of you guys have any of those What If comics?
Yeah. Because
you do?
What? Well, what?
You some in the comics.
Well, yeah, because I think the ones that are going to be in the show, I think they're brand new what ifs. I don't think they're based off the actual what if comics.
I think what they're going to do is take pieces of it because I know we're getting zombies.
We're getting to zombies, which is basically part of Marvel Zombies. But that's a whole different can of worms that I don't want to open.
Yeah. But for the most part, they're using characters that are in the MCU already.
Yeah, but they're I think they're all brand new what ifs.
Yeah,
compared to like the actual what ifs that came out, during the 80s and the 90s. I don't know when what if they actually started doing the what ifs. To be honest,
I want to say it was 80s, 70s, late 70s, early 80s, something like that.
Yeah, and it's like basically their version of Elseworld from DC.
Yeah, pretty much. It's I have several what if comics, and I've always been a fan of the what ifs. And I think, from my understanding, is this is all these what ifs are brand spanking new, and it's all based on everything that they've done with the movies so far.
Yes.
So it's brand new series. There's no comics out of this. This is fresh, and I like the theory behind it. So I hope with what they've done with the comics in the past, and then with this new with the new concept, same theory. I really hope they knock this out of the park because I think Marvel needs to step up their animated side of stuff.
Yeah.
I'm not big on animated stuff at all, really. Like, I know you might hate me when I say this, but Spider-Man animated, I was like, okay, that was cool.
The 90s one? The 90s?
Yeah, like Madam Web 90s Spider-Man?
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Oh, this all right. Hey, shut this off. I'm leaving.
I got you guys. The 90s Spider-Man?
So the what if show, what makes me very hesitant about it is the animation itself. I'm a big guy by animation. I love animation. That's what I wanted to study, but then broke.
But I'm really
love
curious.
animation, and when I watched the trailer for What If, I didn't like it. I didn't like the animation at all. But I'm still gonna watch it. But I didn't like the animation. I'm very picky about animation when it comes to that. How it's animated, how it's drawn, and that's like I'm not watch it, but enjoy it.
But could we see better Marvel animations now that they're owned by Disney?
I hope so.
I think so.
I really hope so.
I think that would be interesting because they have all this money, and Disney comes from a place with fire animations all the time. Like their animated stuff
Oh, yeah.
is great.
Because
They have the
the what if
resources to
animation
do it.
looks nothing like the other Disney animations.
No.
It's like a whole different animation studio, and that's why I was like, I'm not really okay with it. If they use the animation they did with like what was it, Planet Hulk? Now that I'd watch it.
Yeah. I'd even give
Okay,
me even Disney it up, dude.
Disney it up a little bit.
Disney it up and give me like a Disney version of these characters. I don't know if y'all ever watched Earth's Mightiest Heroes.
Yeah, I have.
Like that right there was so beautiful. God, it was so beautiful. When they stopped it to make the new Avenger one, I cried.
I bet you never thought you would have said Disney up Marvel a little bit.
Bro, first things first, yes. Because now that you said it back to me, I'm like, who said that? Who said that?
And I agreed. I was like, wait, hold on. That's what that was me.
You're like, hey, David, are you here?
You remember when Disney first bought Marvel and all those memes came out with Mickey Mouse dressed as Spider-Man?
Yeah, that was dying, bro. Like,
yeah.
Or like now when you see like the South Park jokes, when you see like Mickey come in and you see everyone's lined up, he's like, oh, make me my money. Oh. And I'm just like, damn. But no, like, let me just clear that up, because I don't mean Disney it up in like Disney fashion. I mean Disney style killer animation.
Exactly.
It up. Just in case. Because if I rewatch this, I'm gonna be crying. I'm like, who the hell? Who let you say that?
Slap you across the face.
Yeah, the future me is gonna be like, oh, not today's the day, and then in the mirror.
So what about She-Hulk?
Oh, hey, see, first things first. I was interested because one, She-Hulk is a badass character. She's beautiful. She's smart. Overall, dope. And then they said that apparently the Hulk is gonna rematch with Abomination. I was like, take my money.
Yeah. Yep.
I was like, you had me at She-Hulk, but now
I can't say anything about She-Hulk.
she's too pretty.
No. The thing is, she's too pretty, and I'm gonna go rated X on this. I can. That's one of my Marvel crushes right there. Don't even.
Yeah,
Stop.
Don't even mess with
already.
Okay, so let's slide into the movies then. We're slowly getting into the movies now on what's coming, and it's okay. I'm gonna okay, so I think we said let's try to choose like 5 or 10 or whatever most anticipated. I'm gonna shrink it down to 3.
Oh, that's hard.
Oh, hey.
Can we do 5?
It's hard. I know. Trust me. I was looking at this and I kept saying like, okay, Disney.
Hey,
Disney.
Can we do 5?
Bro, and the thing is, like, you're right though, because like this is 1, 2, 3. There's at least 3.
Okay, well, let's start with 3, and then we'll talk about your other 2 after.
Yeah. Some honorable mentions.
Yeah, no, right? Honorable mentions.
No, that's fine. I'm not sweating. That's fine.
Oh man, this sucks. Can I get my phone? I need to research when these come out.
So I'll kick it off. I'll kick it off with this.
Okay.
And if it's in your list, cool. Bring it up on your list. I am very excited because, for one, she kicked off this whole MCU thing. Black Widow. She kicked it off big with such a small role. Like they're like Iron Man, and then there's this cute little secretary right there. And then her role evolved. Like, you literally saw her like be this small to pretty much saving the entire freaking timeline. Like, you know, and I'm like I gotta be 100% honest. I cried a little bit when she died.
Look, I cry every day. That's fine.
No one ever dies in Marvel.
I don't think I've ever cried in any of the Marvel movies.
No, I've cried in a couple of the Marvel movies.
I don't think I've cried in any of them.
Like when Rocket and Guardians 2 is like, and he stole batteries he didn't need to. I was like, oh my god.
No, wait, I did. Yondu's death. I cried.
Yeah,
I cried at Yondu's death. Yeah, but I laughed when Spider-Man died.
Oh yeah,
I felt like here with Yondu. I'm like, no.
When Thanos snapped everybody, I was like, haha.
Yeah,
Finally.
Black Widow. Widow.
Like, it's on my top 10.
Ahead.
It's not my top 3, but Black Widow's definitely top 10.
Yeah, Black Widow. For me, I don't know. I think it sucks because of this whole COVID thing that she can't get her red carpet.
Yup.
So
and
it's
she
kind of
deserves-
like they're gonna do something. They're pretty much forcing red carpets and they're forcing so much stuff right now. So she's gonna get
Yeah.
something, but I don't know. I think we had a hiatus with Marvel movies last year,
Yeah, honestly.
so it's pretty much they hit paused and now okay, we're gonna play again and kind of reorganize it. But yeah. Anybody else Black Widow on their list?
Like I said, she's on not my top 3, but definitely top 10. I feel like her movie should have been came out. Like she deserved it for a minute now.
Yeah,
So
I'll give it that. Yeah,
I'm excited to see stuff in it too, like Red Guardian, Taskmaster. I wish Taskmaster had more white in his outfit, but that's just like a personal nerd preference.
I wish his skull mask was actually better than
Like an actual
metallic
skull.
one. Yeah,
Yeah, but like that's just like nerdy preferences because like we've been reading for years.
Just nitpicking. At
But
the end.
overall, dude, I genuinely think that movie's gonna be a banger. Like it's probably gonna be one of the like top 15, top 10 MCU movies in general for some reason. There's something about it because I think that's why they keep pushing it back. Like, no, trust us, movie theater, movie theater, movie theater.
It might be almost as good as Winter Soldier. That's probably why.
That's what I'm thinking.
Because it's such a spy movie that it's going to be almost at par with either at par or better
Maybe,
than
yeah.
Winter Soldier. So I think that they're just pushing it for basically like you got to watch it in theaters. I
Yeah,
think that's the reason why.
Because it's gonna be like a big kickoff for them.
So that was my number. I would say that's my number 3. I wouldn't pick it as my number 1, but my
I
number
respect
3.
it. Hey, and you got a beautiful league like Scarlett Johansson. I'm not against it at all. I'm not against
Yep. Okay, give us your top 3, or give us your number 3. I guess what you would pick.
Go ahead, Eric.
No, you go because I don't even pick yet.
Rock, paper, scissors. Eric, ready? One.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Yes.
No, best one of 3.
No. We don't have time for that. Which is number 3?
Give me a second. I gotta think about it.
You want Next Level to go first?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, I won and I said yes.
I don't know. I kind of want to give you my number 1. I don't want to give you my number 3.
Oh, okay. Next level coming in hot.
All right, want to switch it up? Give us your number 1.
Because I don't want somebody else to pick my number 1. Come on now.
What's your number 1 then?
My number 1 is Shang-Chi.
Ooh, respect. Okay.
Okay.
That's my number 2. That's
Tell
my
me
number
more.
2.
I love what Marvel has done with why am I drawing a blank on the freaking superhero now?
What's he look like?
Iron Fist? Doctor Strange.
Iron Fist, the Sorcerer Supreme.
Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange.
That was my second
Doctor
guess
Strange.
for the record.
Wow.
For the record. This second guess.
I thought Iron
The
Fist was
Sorcerer
like,
Supreme.
Iron Fist, bro. And it's like cheap.
But I love what they did.
You could do the whole.
Hey,
I
that's
love
not-
what they did with
my guy.
with Doctor Strange. I absolutely love what they did with Doctor Strange. So
No, I
I'm
agree.
super excited to see how that movie goes. I'm really looking forward to that. That's my number 1. So that's just me.
No, I agree. Like, when I heard it, I was like, okay, like I don't really know a whole lot about the character, but I know a lot about the Mandarin and the 10 rings and all that.
Right?
I was like, I don't care about the hero. Give me a dope ass Mandarin with the space rings and just go to work. I'm in.
Exactly.
Yeah, because they gave us a bootleg Mandarin. What is it? An Iron Man 2?
Don't even mention it.
3?
3.
Yeah.
3. So for them to say like, okay, Mandarin, Shang-Chi, I'm like, okay, they could somehow connect this to that movie from way back years ago. I'm like, okay, they're gonna start doing some serious stuff, and I think it's really cool that what they're finally doing. And I hope nobody gets mad at me, but I have to reference South Park when they were saying, sorry, I gotta do it. When they were saying like, no, we cannot have a black character until phase 1 happens, and this happens, and that happens, and then phase 2, and then this, and then this, and then we can have Black Panther, and then this, and then this. And so it's like, okay, they're finally throwing a different race into its slot. Yeah. And like, I think what they did with Black Panther was amazing. And I like the culture and everything, how they did it. I'm like, finally, you guys are doing like you guys are going outside of the box big time.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
And I have a feeling this is going to be the same.
I agree. Like for like Black Panther, one of my favorite things, it's super small, but it's when you go to the city, it's not just towers and skyscrapers. It's a combination of like cultural, ancestral, like historic housing and buildings mixed with the technology. And I was just like, it's super subtle, but it was like smart.
Mm-hmm.
And like that alone, I was like, this is beautiful. So now
Next
like
level was like, yes. Keep saying more. You're doing well, my son.
hey, I'm so proud. And like, so that alone was dope. So like now you get to play with it more with like Shang-Chi, and then we'll probably see it with like Latveria with Doctor Doom, and we'll see it with Atlantis and with Namor. Like we get to see more of that like combination. Super down for it. And I just got to throw it out there because I want to ask y'all a quick question since we're talking about Black Panther. And I'm going to do it real quick. I can tell you my opinion. I am amongst the few who thinks we need to recast. Not out of anything bad. It's just that character is so pivotal. T'Challa, Black Panther. To just not have him anymore, I think does a disgrace and dishonor to the character itself and what he and it carries. And I think whoever gets cast, if they did cast, keep them in the Panther suit like 90% of the time because they're at war or whatever. And so that way, as an audience, we see Black Panther and we don't see the new guy as T'Challa that much. And we can build up Shuri's ability so she can become Black Panther eventually. But if you just give it to her and you almost don't reference T'Challa or you just say he's not here right now, I feel like that does more dishonor to the character that he created.
Mm-hmm.
And he helped establish, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I have to agree. Okay, so it's almost twofold.
Yeah.
I don't want them to do CGI.
No.
I'm like, do not do. I'm like, whatever you do, please don't
Yeah.
CGI him.
Yeah.
And the next thing I was saying was, how are they going to reference that he's not here anymore? They have to say, of course, you're going to say in memory of, and they're going to have that whole thing. I honestly, I think what they should do, and I do agree with you that they have to have T'Challa continue that story.
Yeah.
I think the way they should do it is something with his spirit.
Mhm.
And you know what? Even if they have to have some kind of like a 5 to 10 minute CGI thing that he goes away and he's in that world where all the kings are at, and somebody else comes out of that's T'Challa.
Yeah.
And then just establish this is your T'Challa now.
Yeah, like something like that, or even with like the multiverse that's being built with.
There you go.
I was gonna say like with WandaVision, Doctor Strange, and obviously Spider-Man 3. Like there, you have options, and like again, like dude. And the thing is, I love Chadwick Boseman since 42. That's my favorite movie with him.
That is a great.
It's a great movie.
At the same time, I've loved Black Panther since I watched like animated shows and read books. Like he's just a baller ass character, and I feel like you still need that character to help push forward that message. You know what I mean? That he represents, and so just things like that. So sorry to throw that in there. So I was just curious because I don't really get to talk to people about it.
But that's actually a good point. I didn't even think about the whole multiverse thing because okay, I keep kicking myself in the balls for not watching WandaVision. And I know it's supposed to lead into Doctor Strange's insanely whatever multiverse of.
Bro, just dude, wait till you see the show, you'll understand.
Mm-hmm.
But I will say this: if actually, you know what actually would have been really dope if they brought back what's his face. You know how they killed oh, now I'm drawing a blank.
Is it her
the
brother?
villain? The villain from his cousin.
Oh my god, I just said it.
Wait, who?
It's Michael B. Jordan's character. Oh my god, what
Michael B. Jordan's character.
Yes, in Black Panther.
Oh, Killmonger.
Thank you.
Killmonger.
His first name's Eric too.
Yeah, Eric Killmonger.
Eric Killmonger.
So, what would be even crazy, like just crazy, if they went through this whole multiverse of madness, and they bring they bring him as Black Panther.
Bro, that's genius.
That's genius. And, but it'd be weird too because now they're gonna look at him and be like, "No, that's Killmonger." And I was like, "No."
But the thing is, in his universe, he's T'Challa, and then you make Homeboy was Killmonger. That's genius. All right, look, when that happens in the movie, we got to make sure you get your appropriate funds.
Yeah, we were here. We said it first.
It makes the most sense.
You see Mickey Mouse in the background. Oh boy.
Yeah. Hey, all you see is, great idea. Hey,
oh,
yeah, no. Damn, but that's yeah. Thinking about it, I think that'd be great because I mean, for one, Michael B. Jordan is extremely talented.
Hell yeah.
So and like having him take it up, I think would be received a whole lot better
For sure.
do like a respectful transition.
Like,
Mhm.
who else are you going to pick? Donald Glover, and he's going to walk in and say, "This is Wakanda."
Yeah, I know, right? No, you got to do it the right way.
No,
He's gonna do like yeah. This is what. Yeah, hey.
Like, no, Donnie, stop. Someone come get him.
Yeah, well, good question because that's a really
Was that number one for somebody?
that was no.
Shang-Chi was yours, number one. Then we just
Wow, that was a long Shang-Chi.
Sorry, I apologize.
Okay,
All
so
right.
it's Eric's turn then, huh?
So
Shit, hold on, I'm not ready yet.
Hey,
I
bro.
think he was trying to divert
You
that
went
whole
3,
conversation.
1. Go with 1, 2, or 3.
I'm gonna go with 2.
All right, told you.
I'm gonna go with 2. We didn't even get to talk nothing about Shang-Chi at all. Other than that,
I mean, we talked about the Mandarin.
no, because we transitioned all the way to Black Panther.
It's because look, I just had
Listen, save it for divorce court. Let's keep moving.
Oh man, I don't even, you know what? I'm just gonna pick any meeny man one. You know what? No, okay. I'm gonna go with number 2 then.
That's fine.
Black Adam.
Hey,
That's all I'm gonna say.
come on, bro.
Black
I
Adam.
figured that should be 1 or 2.
It was gonna be number 1, but my number 1 is right here.
I didn't want to say it because man, I was like, bro, if he doesn't pick back Adam, I'm gonna be upset, and I don't know you anymore.
It was because since the whole pushback with DC pushing back a lot of their movies, like it's very like I don't know if it's still gonna come out this year, but I wanted to come out this year. I hope they get the ball rolling, but not too fast where they mess up a lot, but just enough for me to enjoy this movie. But my number 2 is definitely Black Adam.
No, I respect.
That's you know what? That's my number 1 villain for DC.
That was my number 1.
I always say he's like in my top 3, but that's because I'm always indecisive, as you can tell. But yeah, no, he's my favorite DC villain. He's just a powerhouse. I want to be him.
Next level just said that was his number 2.
Man, yay! I was iffy about The Rock playing him just because The Rock got into a rut where he played himself a lot in his movies.
Okay, but who else would you pick?
I don't know. That's the thing. Who else would I pick?
Look, the other like 6'2" buff ass people that I know is like Henry Cavill, and he's Superman.
He's already Superman.
like unless like you turn someone like they did Henry Cavill because he was just lean. Unless you find someone who's just talented, or Chris Hemsworth, they turned him into Thor.
Exactly.
You got to find someone who's lean and then put him through the regimen. But like having The Rock it makes sense because he's already there. He fits the character if you go with like the bald version of him.
Mm-hmm.
He has like the skin tone, like kind of the feel. Mm-hmm. The only thing we wanted were like it'd be cool if he had like a small accent.
Yeah, I needed that little bit of the Kondak accent.
Yeah, I think that'd be neat.
Because I don't know if you've seen. I'm pretty sure you've seen the actual like little
like the
animated like teaser.
Yeah.
And like you hear him talk, and I'm like, okay, that's cool. No, like I was super excited watching it, and then once I stepped back, I was like, I needed the accent. That's the only thing that bothered me. I was like, he needs the accent. He needs that Kondak accent. And he needs to sound more regal in a sense. That's what I was missing. But I mean, you're right. Like, who else would I cast for Black Adam? And the thing is, like, I heard a lot of people say that he's gotten better as an actor because of Ballers. So I haven't seen Ballers yet. I know it's on HBO, but I haven't seen it yet. I want to see it just to see how he's progressed as an actor because I was iffy because he just was playing himself a lot.
Yeah,
in movies.
Yeah. And this is kind of the problem with the MCU. It is so big, and there's so many grade A actors already in there that when they need to fill a role, it's like, what do you do? Like when I started thinking about really good Black characters that maybe could fit, Wakanda, maybe I was like, maybe they could do an older version of Black Panther, and maybe it could be Idris Elba. But then I'm like, Idris Elba's already, he's already in the MCU, so I don't know.
All right, Junior.
He's what's his name? Hamda, yeah, Hamda.
Shit, I'm you get your I'm ready. I didn't put him in like an order. You know what? I'm gonna go. gonna go home. No, it's because man, it's so hard. I'm gonna go with 3. This is 3. I want it. It's kind of 2, but it's 3. It's 3. I'm gonna say it's 3. It's Godzilla versus Kong. Before the trailer, the trailer just like solidified how excited I am for it. I was just like, because I've seen like classic versions. Like when I see old versions of Kong, I saw when he died, they gave him an artificial heart. He had a baby. I've seen old as Godzilla when it was a dude in a suit. And I really like Kong Skull Island. I thought was really good. I like how they were going. The thing I liked the most was the story with Kong himself, and then Godzilla King of Monsters. I thought was amazing. Like the way Ghidorah, if you haven't seen it, I don't want to spoil it, but like the way Ghidorah gets his King Ghidorah title ship, or like just the way it played out, it was just beautiful. You know what I mean? And they stuck to the facts. Ghidorah was an alien. Bet, you know. They even gave us what's the name of Godzilla's like ultimate form when he's like has too much power?
Mecha Godzilla?
No, it's a new Shen
something. It has a specific name, but it's basically.
I want to say Shenron, but that's a dragon from Dragon Ball.
Dragon Ball.
That's his deal.
That's his uncle. Yeah, that's his uncle. You're right.
Like we got a glimpse of that, and then like you know how they said like Mothra was the
Shin
queen
Godzilla.
That's something like that. It's around there. But just little things they did, I thought were smart, and I really liked the way it looked. I liked the fight between Godzilla and Ghidorah, and it wasn't just one fight at the end. Like they built it up through multiple little fights, and so that made me excited for Godzilla versus Kong. And then watching the trailer, have y'all seen the trailer before I ruin anything?
No, yeah, I've seen it. Yeah.
First things first. Thank you. Next, bro. Thanks, Spark. Like you, at least I can talk to you right now.
I have questions that maybe only you can answer.
I'm ready.
You ready for them?
Yeah. No, I'm not gonna answer.
Previously, in previous movies, Godzilla saved what? Japan?
Mostly Japan or like San Francisco.
Right.
Japan, technically speaking, in the 1960s.
So every now and again, you see first.
In this trailer, they're sending Kong to go fight Godzilla. So who's the good guy?
I'm ready. I was waiting for this question. So you're not gonna understand, Steve, Mister, because you haven't seen it, sir. But bro, and you have a beautiful TV, bro. You can be in that trailer. like you could I could watch and be like, look, that's my cousin. Running away from Kong and Godzilla. Holy shit! But no, so like this is just, of course, my theory, but the way it is both monsters are the king of their realms, and they're both peaceful. Like they don't mess with you; they match your energy in a sense. So if you're peaceful, they're peaceful. Because Godzilla is like the protector, and Kong is also just a protect. He defends himself. But in this situation, in the trailer, they clearly show you that Godzilla's on a rampage, and they're like, why? It's either going to be, obviously, there's going to be some dumb human aspect that they're messing with Godzilla. And the only thing they know that is also, because you can't bring another kaiju to fight them because they're all evil. Unless it's Mothra.
Because they all recognize him as the alpha now.
Exactly.
So you can't bring another kaiju that you've already seen in Gods of Monsters. Whatever.
And so that being said, but the thing is, Godzilla is not going on a rampage out of his own volition where he's like, I hate humans. It's more like someone's messing with him. And they're setting him off on purpose because I think they want funding for either Mecha Godzilla or Mecha Ghidorah, or some kind of mech suit, which is going to translate into the final boss when that robot or whatever malfunctions, blah, blah, blah. It starts going off. That's when Godzilla and King Kong are like, hey, let's run his cheeks, and then we'll get back to our discussion. So because I think it's going to be their big, beautiful fight a couple times throughout, kind of like King of Monsters. You're going to see them build in the trailer, they're fighting on a carrier, bro.
It's going to be 3 rounds, let's be honest.
And the thing is, Godzilla has more power, but Kong, bro, is agile. He's going to be he ate a Godzilla beam to the chest, bro. I was like,
he's on Godzilla's territory, though. He's in the water. He's not as agile in the water as
when he's in the water, he's gonna look. He's gonna lose that fight
drastically.
Yeah, that's not gonna end well for the boy.
They're gonna have to save him somehow.
But all in all, I think they're gonna collide. Obviously, blah blah blah. We're gonna get to the point where they're both beat up and they're kind of in the middle of this fight, and you're gonna have a moment of realization when they introduce the actual villain, which I'm pretty sure is going to be a mecha something versus like Space Godzilla or something. It's going to be like a mecha, and then the mecha is going to malfunction, or they're going to go power crazy and start. The mecha is going to beat up both of them individually. That's when they're like, only way to beat this mecha, whatever, is for them to team up, in a sense, because they're both alphas. They're both, you know, the head honchos of their situation. So then that's when we get that final dope fight scene of them two versus whatever. And then I think this spawns another Zilla movie, another Kong movie, where you see individual stories, and then another joint movie where I'm assuming Kong dies for this drastic thing, and then they bring him back somehow. But that's just me guessing. But I haven't thought about this.
I do have to ask, since that was, you said that was your number 3, but you were contemplating on your number 2. So what was a close? What was the other movie then?
So I'll say it. So I'm a huge.
Damn, saying 2 back to back.
I know, right?
Put you on the spot right away.
That means I'm going last for number 1. My number 2 is No Time to Die, because I've seen every 007 movie since Sean Connery to the present. And I always loved how they were over the top, and he was a ladies' man. He was suave, smartest dude in the room. And the gadgets, like the plane that turns into a boat, that turns into a sub, that turns into a cell phone. Like, just having those crazy epic spy stories, which like kind of spawned all our vision when we see a spy movie. You're kind of like over the top. And then the Daniel Craig movies kind of grounded them more and turned them into this spy thriller where it's like a little bit more realistic, so it's a little like scarier versus like the happy, bright versions before. This is more like a darker, like, oh damn, this can happen. And then seeing trailers for this one, it looks like they're kind of combining the two. You're gonna get that Daniel Craig like realism, like, oh shit, this is creepy, this can happen, with a little bit of that over the top gadgets, a little bit of that extra, that stuff that makes Bond. You know what I mean? Shaken, not stirred, like. Just that he drips swagoo, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's why, like, I'm just hella excited. For one, I think Daniel Craig kills it as Bond, and this is sadly the last one with him. And I think, what's his name? Malik. He played Malik. I think he's a great actor, so I think it's gonna be cool to see him as a villain. And I like the little pieces that are turning. We have Voldemort as the M, who's the head of the bureau. And we have Q's back, like, so you get to see all these characters kind of grow and fluctuate. And I know the lady who's now the 007. My question is, like, because I thought all 007s got the title James Bond. So my question is, like, if she's 007, what's her title? And more so, I wanted Henry Cavill to be 007 because Man from U.N.C.L.E., but that's fine. But yeah, that's my number 2. Just because it, like with Godzilla and Kong, like it goes back to movies I've seen growing up, kind of building to this moment, just to see more. So that's kind of why.
Yeah, that's that. Yeah, it's those two dynamics are so different, but they're both, for me though. I would have to say those are top, like for sure top 10. There's just so many good movies right now that are going to be coming out. So okay, so Junior, you gave your number 2 and 3.
Yeah.
I gave my 3, but he mentioned my number 2, and that was his number 1, Next Level. You gave your number 3?
I gave my number 2, which was
Next
Level's number 2 or number 1.
No, his number 1
we're
was
all down to one last for our top 3.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah,
we're all down to 1 now, right?
Yeah. We're all down to 1.
We're all down to 1.
I'm down to 2.
Oh no, he still needs 2.
I still got 2.
Y'all are down.
Your number. Okay, so give us your number 3.
Oh, because he said Shang-Chi is his number 2.
Oh yeah, he did say.
No, Shang-Chi is number 1, then Black Adam's number 2.
Oh, no, Steve's. Sorry, I pointed the wrong way. Steve's Shang-Chi's number. He said number 2.
Oh yeah, because it was all inverted.
Yeah, I know. That's why I was like, Steve. That's not Steve. That's Steve.
This one.
All right, so you still got 2 left. So give us 1, and then we'll all go.
Yeah.
Okay.
No pressure.
No pressure.
I'm gonna take my number 1 for last. Now what's my number 3?
Jesus. Number 3.
Manger.
Bro, look, I went on 2 big rants. You should have enough time.
I'm thinking here, okay?
Not that difficult. Read it off the paper.
He's all like, Junior, I'm thinking here.
Yeah, no, hold on. Let me get to my Zen.
I'm thinking. Nothing for my future. It's hard because it's like I'm trying to pick between Resident Evil and Suicide Squad.
Okay.
But like I have no idea what Resident Evil is gonna be. So since I've seen already like the trailers and like little bits of Suicide Squad, I'm gonna make Suicide Squad my number 3.
Okay.
That's a good one. It's
just because I've already seen it. Resident Evil, I have no idea what's gonna happen. I want to say Resident Evil just for the fact that I hope they go based off like the actual games, but that's all up in the air right now. So I don't know nothing about that.
Yeah,
While Suicide Squad, we already know who's directing,
we've seen
who's
glimpses.
in it. We've seen everything, and so I'm like, all right, cool. That's my number 3. So yeah, no, I'm excited for Suicide Squad.
all right. So why are you excited for Suicide?
I think I'm excited for Suicide Squad because they brought in James Gunn, and James Gunn I think has fixed this whole entire mess up from number 1. Like number 1 could have been so good, but it's Warner Brothers' fault for rushing rushing air into the whole process, and that's why Suicide Squad, the first Suicide Squad, was garbage. This new one I think is going to be great because I think they gave James Gunn all the time he needed and as much liberty as he wanted. You can tell just by how he did the trailer that that's all his creative genius right there.
Yeah.
You know, hey, Marvel dropped him real quick, but DC said, "Hey, come here, come home."
And as soon as they did that, Marvel was like, psych, come back.
Hey, Marvel was like, "Hey, hold on, hey, I was kidding. Hey, we love you. Come back.
Do number 3.
Do number 3. We can't do without you." And I don't like it's weird because like Suicide Squad has like almost like a whole brand new cast of characters, and it's like, are they going to explain what happened to the previous like members of Suicide Squad? Because there's only like 2 of them that are like still like part of it from the old 3.
Well, technically you have
Margot Robbie.
Well, yeah, I was like, you have Rick Flag.
Oh, Rick Flag, and then
Harley and Captain Boomerang.
Captain Kangaroo.
Yes.
I hope they open it.
Oh, Amanda Waller. Yeah, so 4 characters still from the old movie.
I think the easiest way to get away with explaining the changes is just go full comic book and be like, she has multiple members of this team. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then that's the simplest way.
That's the best way to do it.
Amanda picked these specifically for this mission.
And I also want to know who dies. Because I mean,
dude, in
the first one, like we already knew which was the kind.
3,
yeah, like 3 of them died. But
technically, Diablo didn't even die.
Exactly, but hey, I still want to bring him back. I wanted to bring back Diablo, but that's just hopeful wishing. Yeah. But like, so I want to see who dies in this one, because I mean, there's always one of them that dies like right off the bat. Like, what was it?
Slipknot in the first one.
Slipknot on the first one, and then the animated series, the animated movie, Batman,
the KG Beast.
KG Beast dies. He's the first one that died. Gets his head blown off. Dang.
Yeah.
Just like Slipknot.
Yeah.
Dang. It's always that with that. But
so, my number 3
mm-hmm.
is one that usually has live action and animated, and it's not Marvel. So what would it be?
It would have to be DC, wouldn't it? But then again,
Space Jam.
Nope. This one is Mortal Kombat.
That's my number 1. I quit. I'm done.
Is this okay? You said it's animated?
No, I'm saying they've come out in the past with animated versions and live action versions, right?
Technically, the games are animated.
And the games are animated.
So,
I've watched all the animated ones. I've watched all the live action ones. I've even watched the web series. I don't care what it is. I watch all Mortal Kombat. So I'm super excited about Mortal Kombat coming. I don't even care what they do with the storyline. Usually the storyline's the same. They freaking have a Mortal Kombat. They all get there. They all fight. Yay, whatever. I love watching it. Usually it's got some good action. I don't really care too much about the storyline, but the characters, please.
Yeah,
I started caring more about the storyline when I played 9.
Yeah, it was
actually
the
lies when I played 8.
Yeah, like 8.
Like Mortal Kombat Armageddon has the best intro out of all the games. Because it's just straight, just massacring each other.
It's the tower, bro.
It's the towers. It's literally what it is, and they're just fighting each other to get to that pyramid.
The last animated movie with Sub-Zero and Scorpion, amazing. I freaking love that animated movie.
When we watched it, we were both like, hold on,
watching the same thing?
That was beautiful. My fix now. This is dope. Like, I've never seen this level of Mortal. Like, And the thing goes, it was literally a prequel to the new storyline that was created. I don't know why this helped me think. To the new storyline that they created was 9, 10, and 11. So no, it was really dope. And I know I always say, I don't want to speak for you, my bad, but like James Wan, he's not directing, but he's producing. And James Wan that man has talent when it comes to writing stories and visually, from Aquaman, the Saw movies were his, The Conjuring. There's like, he's just Insidious. Like, he just has mad talent for world building, because pretty much like Saw got a huge franchise. Conjuring it's the first ever horror universe. He did Aquaman, like, give him the reins to DC. Insidious got a whole franchise as well. We're like 4 deep. Like, everything he touches gets multiple. The story is usually great. The only time they start to shake is when he's no longer in charge of it. So that being said, I'm a fan of him.
Okay, so next, you're done. Eric, you're done.
Yeah, we're both done.
It's just me and Junior. So Junior, I'll let you go last.
Okay, cool. Appreciate that.
So I'll go next. So okay,
he has spoken.
So for me, this one was really, really hard, and I had to really sit down and think about it. So I'm gonna throw my honorable mention right now. Anyway, it's gonna be my honorable mention, which I kept thinking like this has to be my number 1, and then I'm like, but no, and then maybe my number 2, but no, and then my number 3, but no. So honorable mention, Coming to America 2.
Hey, I love the first one, bro.
Okay, Eric already looks confused.
No. I've seen the first one. He made me watch it. I liked it. It was funny.
Okay, cool.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Okay, cool. He's gonna be like, "What the hell is that shit?" Now,
even when you don't know, I don't know what movie it is. I still know what you're talking about. Like when you said Mighty Ducks. I knew what it was about. Never seen it, but I knew what it was about.
Because like if you watch them, I quote Coming to America too often for someone around me not to recognize that movie.
Yeah.
So he met me, and then he was like, "Who are you?" And I'm just like,
bro. I was like, "How have you not seen this movie, bro?" Like,
I was a sheltered child. What do you want me to do?
McDowell's, bro.
McDowell's.
All right, they got the golden arches. We got the golden arcs. Like, what the fuck? You just got to let your soul. I was like, but
yeah.
Dude,
so,
have you seen the trailer?
I have.
Whoo! I thought he was gonna say I have it.
I have. No, I have. I did.
Cool.
It's I'm super excited because it's one of those movies that we watched so much when I was a kid with family, uncles, aunts, cousins. Like, we all just used to get around and just be like, "Hey, what are we doing this weekend? Let's go watch Coming to America at Grandma's house or at somebody's house." Or
throw it on, and we're just sitting there.
Yeah, so I'm stoked that they're bringing it back. I'm glad they waited years later to show them like, "Hey, we're older now. Now what?" So I wanted to throw that out there as an honorable mention. But my number 1 movie, and this is like, for me, I don't even have anything comic book wise when it comes to the Eternals.
Oh, okay.
So now we know what it is.
This could be anything.
You're right. This could be anything.
The Eternals. It's I like for one, for them to bring like an entire squad together like this.
Yeah.
You know, and then like as soon as they said Angelina Jolie and Salma Hayek, I'm like, I'm in. I don't care. I'm in.
Oh wow! Hey, the sim came out from
it, bro. Look, see, we grew up watching. Well, I mean, you did too, but technically, we grew up watching Tomb Raider and what is that movie where Salma Hayek has a snake and she's a vampire?
From Dusk Till Dawn.
Like yes, like I'm just.
That's when I realized that I was no longer a child.
You're like.
I'm that trend from TikTok where it's all like, "What's wrong with me? What's going on with my body?"
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, hold on.
No, hey, dude. Yeah. I have to tell you the same. I'm in the same. Like, I know of and very little of the Eternals, through like mentionings, through readings and stuff like that. But I don't like. I can't name them. Like, I can't name all of them right now. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
I can't name them, but I know the research.
Yeah, like, you know what I mean? Like, I've done some Googling. You know what I mean? So like, I'm excited. I'm also excited because like it's gonna be drastic to the Marvel universe, because obviously we're gonna see Thanos because he's technically an Eternal.
Yep.
And we get to see almost like the sprinkle birth of what is the universe now. You know what I mean? So like it's gonna be, it has major potential for sure. Like it's on my top 10. So no, I think that movie's gonna be wild.
Because like the first reference we got for like the actual cosmos of everything is Guardians of the Galaxy 2. No, 2. Well, one was with Celestial Celestial head, but 2 when Star-Lord, I don't know why I say Star-Lord, but I think it was Peter Quill.
Star-Lord.
Star-Lord, I know. But like when Star-Lord gets in touch with his basically like his celestial powers, he mentions eternity. The actual embodiment of eternity. So that's when that's
related to his dad.
Giant cosmos.
Right.
So so Eternals is like, it's weird because Eternals is such a weird movie to be put in the mix of the whole MCU. But like you said in your rant through your movies, Eternals is a great gateway to introduce so many characters. More specifically, mutants.
And
finally.
Dude, and they already confirmed, which for one I am highly against, that Captain Marvel is the first mutant,
which is total BS,
which is completely wrong, But that also means that Wanda and Quicksilver would be the second and third official mutants. Which they should be the first technically, because they're actual mutants
technically.
But then that leads me down the rabbit hole of if the gene is activated through the powers of these Infinity Stones. When he snapped twice, he snapped them away three times. He snapped them away. He snapped to destroy the stones. Hulk snapped back, and then Iron Man snapped
for the last time.
So we got 4 snaps. That's cosmic power throughout everything. So is that what activates the mutant gene in more people? Like, so it's weird because like Eternals is one way, and then the snapping is another.
And what backs the snapping and the whole power of the stones creating these mutants is also Iron Man 3. Horrible movie, but Iron Man 3 had a very good point where Adrian Killian was showing how basically humans have this space in their brain that has to be upgraded. When I saw that, I was like, that's how they're gonna introduce mutants. I don't know how. I know Fox still owns them, but they're gonna do it.
Dude, that's beautiful. And then coming back to Shang-Chi, he's fighting the Mandarin that connects you back to number 3. And now you also have this universe where Iron Man's gone. So like there's so many little things that can happen from Shang-Chi to Eternals to Black Widow. Maybe they've been testing on people with something
to the actual
else.
shows coming up. Like WandaVision is the kickoff to this whole entire phase.
Dude, the multiverse. Maybe they already exist somewhere else and it sprinkles in something different. You know what I mean? Like
there's ultimate possibilities.
There's holes for them to easily just scoop it in.
I think they had to do Eternals because they finished one multiverse with Avengers, right? And when they bring in the Eternals, that's where they can start talking about all of the multiverses, because when we talk about all of the different Eternals, they technically have all of their own multiverse that goes around them. So once we bring in the Eternals, we can now start to build new storylines from those Eternals. We can start to bring in Ego, or is it Ego? No, Ego. Yeah, Ego. We can talk about Ego and how he's connected to possibly Guardians of the Galaxy. I don't know.
No, see, I 100% agree.
That's the one thing that actually did bother me from Guardians of the Galaxy 2 was the fact that they made Ego a Celestial, which he isn't.
No, he
never really was. He was just a planet. I mean, for the sake of the movie, had to make it to a Celestial.
No, I also think it's like maybe it was like a small seed going off of what he said. Like
it's supposed to connect.
Yeah, a tiny little. I'm gonna steal this from the movie. A tiny little seed that they planted that they can expand on later. Just. You know, bro. I'm gonna see Eric like a week from now. I'm like, "What's up, dog?
What's up, man?
How you been?
Yeah. All right, Junior. What's your number one?
So I picked it right off the bat because I'm a slut for superheroes and like DC and stuff like that. Yeah, dude. Hey, look, for them, I do it in reverse too. But like I'll give you my like one for damn. I have like I won't go on a rant. I'll just say 2 honorable mentions. Mortal Kombat, because I'm a mad gamer. I love the stories. I love the characters. Seeing the pictures was exciting, but there was little things as a fan that I was like, Johnny didn't have the Johnny on the tattoo right here or whatever.
Yeah.
And then the King's Man, because I mean it looks it takes everything I loved from Bond and then throws like this superhero aspect into it, and they're gonna fight like Rasputin. Sign me up.
I think that's Disney too.
I think technically it's owned them now. Yeah, because it was originally a Fox thing.
Oh,
and it's supposed to be like a reboot to it. So that's why it's the King's Man, a prequel, and then
sense.
Disney's gonna go from there.
Mhm.
But my numero uno is he actually mentioned it, is the Suicide Squad. And
for why we could have finished this a long time ago, but you just waiting holding off.
Oh yeah, shut up.
He's like, let me hold off.
I was like, hold on, I want him to guess, and they're gonna get it wrong. No, like I was thinking about it, but I was, dude, Suicide Squad for sure. Just for one, and he knows this. I've been ranting about Harley Quinn's outfit for years, and whoever stole this from me, give me my due. I don't care about money, just give me my credit. Because as soon as we saw the image of the Suicide Squad and I saw her outfit, I said, Eric, is that not what I've been describing for years now?
Oh yeah. It's seared to my brain. You said it like multiple times.
Yeah, like I've been describing that outfit for film for
Plant
years.
a little seed and let it grow in his brain.
Like, damn it. So when I saw it, I was like,
agent listening.
yeah, dude. Like I have like Carl on the phone. Like, say it again, Joseph. We didn't write it down. Oh, thank you. So like for that, just the way the design looks, the fact that he's bringing like Javelin, Polka Dot Man,
The
Weasel,
Ratcatcher.
the Ratcatcher, like the fact that he's bringing all these crazy, not even
D-list,
like D, E, F level characters, and of course, like I like Ayer. I think he's a great director, but Gunn has already proven that he can create something fantastical with this ragtag group. Because the Guardians, before their movie, even for comic book readers,
They were nothing.
were not fucking Avengers X. They were not top tier squad level.
Their comics started selling after the MCU.
Yeah.
A lot of the Avengers, because nobody really actually bought Avengers comics. It was all about X-Men.
Yeah.
And they even admitted Avengers was like Iron Man was a D-list superhero.
Yeah,
And then he just jumped to fucking A-list
because of the movies.
because of the movies.
Movies.
But no, I think
I'm curious to see what they're gonna do with like X-Men that were so big.
Oh yeah, and they know that's something they have to be like X-Men in the first family, the Fantastic Four.
And they already
have to be.
showed a poster for Fantastic Four.
Oh yeah, they dropped the logo.
They dropped the logo already.
I mean, you can't introduce Kang, who's the ancestor of Reed Richards, and not introduce them.
rumor.
Yeah.
Because even in the comics, they never actually reference it. He might be.
Now they want to say Mike. It's a lie.
No, it's always been like that. It's
Not
always been
lies.
like that.
He's Richard.
But I will say with
Okay.
with your Suicide Squad, I'm also very excited for what they did, and I think we talked about this too before, Junior. We're saying like, man, they're gonna have all these people that come up. You're dead. 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 Okay, let's start the movie now.
Yeah,
you know?
honestly, yeah. No, I feel like it's gonna be domino effect for a few. Just da 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 da. All right.
Mhm.
Anyone else? And we're like, no, let's do the mission. Let's
Yeah.
let's try it.
Let's try it
You know?
one more time.
And I think a funny way to do it, you could have like Captain Boomerang and Harley Quinn be like, they're serious guys. Pa pa pa. We told you.
Yeah.
Because that's how they do it. Like with every like I said, the Batman Arkham Asylum was a very good representation of that because
Oh, yeah.
like the KGB dies right off the back. He's like, I don't believe this
Yeah.
crap. Oh, you don't believe it?
Walk.
And then that's it. No more deaths until like later on in the movie during the mission, which
Yeah.
and that's how they should do it. Like same way what they did with the previous Suicide
Yeah.
Squad. Slipknot's the first one to go pop,
Yeah.
and then later on, sadly Diablo. But I mean, he's not dead. He's not dead. He can't be dead.
They confirmed it.
Exactly.
I'm also excited to see John Cena. Yeah, all right. No, dude, I'm excited to see John Cena play this asshole version of Captain America.
What is he?
The Patriot?
No, the Protector,
No, or something like that.
the Defender. No, that's a
No.
whole different movie.
No, it's the
That's what Woody Harrelson.
The Defenders.
No, that's but no,
That's a good movie, too.
It's something like patriotic, and he's literally Captain America, except he does whatever it takes, which means be vicious and slaughter.
and kill.
Yeah,
Maybe like the boys.
yeah, exactly. He's kind of that character, and I mean, they already announced he's getting a spin-off show.
Really?
Mhm.
Yeah, they already
I did not
announced
know
it.
that.
So he's getting a spin-off show, so that's interesting. I love King Shark, and he's in it, and he looks like King Shark. I want to see that because King Shark is he's a deity. He's not just some powerful mutant no, he's a deity, so he's hella strong. And I'm upset that Idris Elba is being the gun version instead of having Deadshot because I wanted Idris to be Jon Stewart. But
But clearly,
what do I know?
Can't get everything we want. Jesus.
All right, so Eric, I'm gonna like I think we all took a turn on honorable mentions, You didn't get one. We forced you to pick a top 3. So do you want to give us a couple honorable mentions?
Monsters.
He's like, hold on a second. Let me pull up.
You know what? Resident Evil is one of my honorable mentions
For sure,
because
for
for sure, like when I was little, I never got to play the games, but then like as I grew up, I started playing them, and I was like, this is a good zombie game. I like this a lot. I mean, I hated the whole camera aspect of it, but it's okay. I can get over it. But I like that's the one honorable mention. My second one is Sherlock Holmes 3.
Yeah, with
RDJ
Downey Jr. and Jude Law.
Because I've been waiting for a Sherlock Holmes 3 since the last one ended.
The Game of Shadows?
Game of Shadows, the second one. So I've been waiting for number 3 forever. And then finally, now that Iron Man's dead, his schedule's cleared.
Yeah. Cool. Okay. So one more curveball before we start wrapping it up. Cool. One more curveball. Thanks to good old Next Level thinking to the next level.
Oh shit.
Everyone's brain is about to hurt right now.
This is the hardest part is all you can do is drop the title, but nothing else. You can't talk about it, nothing.
That hurts.
Oh, here it is. Ready?
Why you fight me?
Here's the question. You can't talk about it. Just give us the title. Pick your top 3 movies that you're waiting for 2022.
I don't even know what's coming out in 2022.
You're like, wait, what's coming out next year?
I don't even know. I'm not even that plan ahead. I'm usually that's plan ahead. I don't even know.
I'll start. I'm gonna start. You guys think?
Research. Oh, okay. You know what?
I got 3 right now. I got 3 right now too.
Go first, because I have a few options, but I'm trying to remember, like, do they come out next year or the year after?
Exactly right. I'm like, I don't have nothing to research this.
So yeah, if you guys want to pull up your phone real quick just to take a quick look, go for it. But I got 3 right
now. Nowhere near us.
Yeah, they're over there, so they wouldn't go off.
Next Level. Do you want to go first, or do you want me to go first?
So my top 3. I mean, this is just off the top of my head or whatever. But I'm sure this is going to change when we record this January 2022, of course, right? I'm looking forward to Morbius.
Okay.
I'm looking forward to Avatar because I'm curious to see the special effects, but that's it. I am also looking forward to oh crap, what was my third one? Oh crap. Oh man, I lost it.
While he's lost, go get the phone.
Okay, well, you know what? I'm just gonna pick Black Panther 2 because either way, it's gonna be a dope film.
Yeah,
but that's it. Go on.
Okay, here's my 3. Black Panther 2, of course.
Okay.
Thor: Love and Thunder.
Okay.
Oh, that comes out next year.
Yeah.
And I have to agree, my number 1 that I've been super geeked out about for a while now, and finally coming out, Avatar.
Okay.
Those are my 3.
Okay.
You ready?
No.
He's all
Okay.
Damn.
Okay.
Just give us anything. Doesn't matter.
Okay,
Just
so
3.
there's a few movies that came to mind. I'm not 100% sure if they come out next. I think there's a couple that I know come out next year. But okay. Oh, I can't talk about it.
3 names.
I can. Oh, fuck. All right. So number 3 is The Batman, and there's so much I want to say, and it's not good, but there's so much I want to say.
It's not good, but it's your top 3,
bro. It's because if I could explain. And then, number 2 is does Doctor Strange comes out next year, right? Doctor Strange 2
this year.
Yeah.
Doctor Strange 2 comes out this year. I thought he comes out next
Isn't
year.
that Shanghai? Isn't
It's
Shanghai
next
Doctor
year.
Strange 2?
No.
Shang-Chi's a whole different movie compared to Doctor Strange.
Yeah, he's his own movie.
Next Level, shut up.
So Doctor Strange 2, Multiverse of Madness. And then number 1, actually I gotta agree with y'all, is Avatar, because, well, for one, I loved when I first watched, like when I first saw the first one. Yes. I was like, wow, this is beautiful. And I feel like I've been waiting so long. Like I was like, I've earned it. Like, give me the damn movie. It's like, just let me see it already. Apparently he's almost done filming like 3 and 4, and I started talking. Sorry.
All right, Eric.
This is a horrible question.
Okay, my number 1 is definitely Doctor Strange Into the Multiverse of Madness.
Okay.
Because I'm excited for that. That's all I can say. I'm excited for it. Wait, when does Spider-Man
next year.
Spider-Man 3? Because that's all part of the multiverse thing.
Yeah.
And my number 3, what would be my number 3? Shazam 2. I don't know if it comes out next year.
It might.
I think it does come out.
Or 3. It's
I
close.
don't know.
It might. It might. Oh, you know what I just saw right now? Damn it. This should be on my list. Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. Fuck. You just muted yourself, by the way.
Ooh, Shazam 2 is 2023.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we
Shazam 2
can
is
hear you.
2023?
Yeah. Deadass didn't touch it. It muted itself from about 2 feet away.
Yeah.
It freaked out as soon as I said Fantastic Beasts is Where to Find Them. It's like, ugh.
Yeah, dude, you didn't hear me, but as soon as you said it, I was like, number 3 comes out this year.
No, it was Warner Brothers. They were like, no, shut up.
Yeah, no, right. So this is a random question. When does Fantastic Beasts come out? This year or next year?
Next year.
Oh, should have been on my
I
list.
know. I know.
That should have been on my list, but
Oh, I am upset about Johnny
I'm
Depp,
upset.
but
that's a whole different story we can't even talk about right now.
I know. I will say this though. After we're done with this, look up at what comes at 2022, and you're gonna be like, holy crap.
fuck,
There is like this
There's
year.
a lot of them that I don't even know, and I'll be like, I should have been off list.
Yeah.
I'm gonna text you. Can I change my 3? Can we redo?
Can we redo this? Yeah, it's gonna be like, I'm glad we're picking up the movies again now for 2021.
Oh, wholeheartedly.
And it kind of paused a lot of things, and it kind of like pushed things out a little bit. But looking at everything that's coming out this year, it's like, cool. We're kickstarting a lot of things.
Yeah.
And when it comes to movies and TV shows, January 1st, Cobra Kai, like right off the bat, we started it.
Yep.
And it's just, we're just getting back to back stuff for 2022. I'm telling you, after we're done with this, Google it, and you're gonna be like, "Holy crap! Are you serious?"
Bro, hey,
Right
you're
now-
definitely gonna get a text. I'm be like, I fucked up.
Yeah.
The
So,
only thing I can guarantee is the Batman, but that's a conversation we'll have off camera. That's
Yeah, that's something that we'll talk about towards the end of the year.
Yeah.
We'll do another
It's funny 'cause we're
podcast.
just talking about like just shows that are like brand new coming up instead of like, because all in my head I'm like, I'm just waiting for season 2 or season 3 of this and this and this.
Yeah, dude. And then like just randomly, like I read online that Netflix is gonna release like 70 something original movies this year or something like that.
Yep,
Like
a lot.
That's a lot.
Yeah, and then and the thing is, Netflix's movies have steadily gotten better,
Mhm.
like
Mhm.
story wise and stuff. Because like one of my favorites from them is What Happened to Monday, or Where's Monday? Excuse me. Is Where's Monday or What Happened to Monday? What Happened to Monday? I think is my final answer.
I think that's the one.
And then of course like Bird Box, I thought the idea and I thought it was okay, like it was pretty good. But like steadily, I've seen their movies just progress, and I'm like, damn, like okay, like y'all was like hit or miss, but now I'm just like, hey, I mean, I'm already paying for it, but
I'm invested.
I'm invested now. Like,
Well, thanks guys for coming once
nah, dude,
again.
thanks for having us.
No problem.
Yeah, this is fun. Like I absolutely love having these conversations. And I know we could probably like, we just like, the audience is probably like, holy crap, there's so much information on here on some of these movies, and we kept it like, we kept it moving,
I tried, bro. I'm so bad at that.
But the thing is like when you get together with somebody who's like has the exact same like genuine like,
yeah, like either you agree or like I'm good at like if you agree, we can go on for days. But if you disagree,
exactly,
I can go on even longer.
exactly. It's just like the excitement of just like talking to someone who has the same interest as you, and you can just go off on a tangent, and the next thing you know, you're like, man, it's already 3 a.m.
Yeah. No, dude, like, for one, like I gotta say, of course, thank you for having us. I always have a blast here. I love chatting with y'all. Like Mark's probably like, yo, like, dude, I know that we said this one, but no, dude, I generally like love chatting with y'all. And, like, it just, I don't know, I look forward to it. So whenever, I'm always down because I have a good time. I like BSing, and I feel like now we're like getting all extra comfortable and shit.
It's always a blast when we get to have you guys on because we get to show all different sides of who Rojas and I are. I mean, we have our tech conversations. We talk about news. We talk about tech. We talk about streaming. Talk about smart home products, all kinds of stuff. But when we really get to geek out with you guys talking about comic books, comic books, movies, TV shows, memorabilia, collectibles, all kinds of craziness. It's a blast. So
Did I say
we love what you guys do on your side. We love what you guys do on your channel, on your movie channel, on your gaming channel. So keep up the work that you guys do. Wherever the viewers, wherever you guys are listening to us or watching us, make sure that you check the description for I Just Watch and I Just Game. The links will be down there so you guys can find out more about Junior and Eric. And you know what? Make sure you hit that thumbs up, you subscribe, and you leave us a review so other people can find more of this kind of content. And yeah, you stay up to date with all the good stuff that we have coming. So thanks again, guys.
Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
for sure. Any last words before we go?
No, hey, like hopefully everyone's doing well. Y'all too, whoever's listening and watching. Until the next one, hopefully we come back. You know, stay safe, be well. I wish everyone the best. And thanks, guys. Love y'all.
Eric, are you good?
No, I'm good. I think my better half talks for me all the time. No, I'm really thankful for inviting me to this again. It helps me a lot with my how would I say this? My social, yeah,
No,
that too. My anxiety, my crippling anxiety, my depression. You know, definitely helps me, you know, get out of my shell, and definitely helps me, you know, be more social, because I actually do like talking about stuff that I love. I'm just very reserved, and this gives me a good, you know, outlet to talk to you guys, and I appreciate, you know, bring me here. And I'm not crying.
I got you, bro.
Shut up. Not on camera.
I will say this: Next Level and I have talked about. Well, it's more Next Level talking about it, and I'm saying like, nah, let's not do that. But you know what? Maybe we could do like a live podcast episode. I know Next Level's been wanting to play with that for a while, that feature. Maybe we do a live episode where we actually have, like we have subscribers in the comments, like posting stuff, and then we just react and reply to what they're saying, you know.
That'd be dope.
I've always liked that idea,
Yeah.
to be honest. I've seen other YouTubers do it, and I've seen like all others doing it. I'm like, that's cool and all. I just can't talk.
No, I always thought that'd be great, but I'm like, I'm just not there yet.
I mean, you always got to, you know, take that first step, you know,
Yeah.
and either you trip or you leave, whatever.
But it's cool because it's you know, we'll bring up a topic and we just start talking about it, and it's like we've done live shows before, never a podcast live show, but they're fun. They're a lot of fun because you actually get to see people's reactions and their feedback on what they say. Some people will say like, yeah, Batman's dope, and some people will be like me, fuck Batman.
What about Katana?
So yeah, thanks again, guys. One more time, anybody out there watching, make sure you guys do leave us a review, check out their channels. We're going to leave everything in the description below. And yeah, stay tuned to the next episode, everybody, because you never know who's going to be stopping by. You never know what we're going to be talking about. And with all that being said, we'll see you guys on the next episode. Peace.
Adios.
Goodbye.